Hey folks, my name is Dr. Dain Heer. First, I'd just like to say thank you for coming. Thank you for finding this page, because when you're depressed and things don't seem like they're going well, it's sometimes a real effort to even press yes to seeing something different, some other possibility. So I'd like to warmly welcome you. Thank you for being here. And let me tell you a little bit about my story and what occurred for me and maybe some possibilities for you. 20 years ago, I was a chiropractor. I was starting my second practice in Santa Barbara, California. Paradise, a lot of people thought. And yet on the inside, I was so unhappy. All I wanted to do was get out. And I thought I was all alone. In fact, if you would have asked me, I would have told you I was all alone. I didn't tell anybody what was going on for me because, number one, I knew nobody else could help me. But number two, I also knew that they wouldn't understand what I was going through, and they probably wouldn't believe me if I tried. And one of the challenges we face is that when we have anxiety, massive stress, depression, we don't really have anybody we can talk to, and we think we're all alone. Just want to say you are not alone, and you're not the only one experiencing this, and there are ways to change this that are probably simpler and easier than you ever thought they could be. Because one of the other things is when you get into that space, it seems like everything is impossible to change. You know, you look at your work life and you're like, oh, that's an insurmountable obstacle that I can't overcome. You look at your personal life and you go, oh, there's so many things that need to change there. I don't even want to start. And you look at, you know, your sense of happiness, your sense of creation, and all of those seem insurmountable. And we often feel like we're alone and we can't do it. I understand. I was there 20 years ago. So what I would like to invite you to is the possibility for something different. The possibility for actually changing that. Could you imagine what it would be like if you woke up in the morning and had a sense of exuberance for being alive? Now, if you're where I was 20 years ago, you probably can't even imagine it right now. But let me tell you, I'm still here 20 years later. So there is hope. And for me, and you may be like me, you may not, but for me, what I got to was, if this is all there is, I don't want to be here anymore. I have no desire to live in a world that doesn't fill me with joy when I wake up, when I live my life, and no desire to live in a world where I can't actually create and have what I actually desire. So I stumbled across this thing called access consciousness, and quite literally stumbled across, okay? So what happened was, I was living in Santa Barbara. There was a paper there that comes out once a week. It's an independent paper. And there was a classified ad that said, Access, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And the first time I read the ad, I was furious. I was like, my life comes with pain, suffering, and glory. You don't understand me at all. I threw the paper away. And of course, as would, you know, I don't know, the world have it, I picked up the paper the following week and I'm leafing through it, just bored and frustrated with my entire life, just looking for some outlet, something to get me away from this yuck that I've been experiencing. And I come across this ad one more time. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Well, I ended up calling the girl that put the ad in the paper. I ended up having a session of something called Access Consciousness Bars. And in an hour and 15 minutes, I went from depressed and suicidal to having a sense of possibilities and gratitude and joy. In fact, during part of that session, I was laughing like a little kid. I was like, and I had not laughed in years. And I knew, in my own world, I knew when the laughter had disappeared, I knew there was something fundamentally missing. And what I found is what's fundamentally missing is us from our lives. Now, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to try to make you do something. I'm just here to present a possibility because I wish this was available to me. I wish somebody had made this video for me where I was 20 years ago. So I'm making it for you now. And I say again, you're not alone. So there are tools available, there are ways of changing things that are way easier than you ever thought they could be, and way more effective than you ever thought they would be. And if you're like me, and maybe you are, maybe you're not, once again, but if you're one of those people who has tried so many things and tried things to change, maybe you've read books, maybe you've taken supplements, maybe you've taken I don't know, flower remedies, or laid, naked under the moon, or whatever it is. We do so many things to try to find that peace that we know should exist. Well, I'm here to tell you that peace can exist, and it can exist. Sorry guys, this one is near and dear to my heart, okay? I just want to tell you that this can exist in a really dynamic way. And it can exist while you're awake and alive, and with your kids, with your family, or with no kids, with no family, at your job, living your life. It's actually possible. So we have over 300,000 facilitators of this technique called Access Consciousness bars around the world. We have, and I've got a YouTube channel with several videos on it. On this website, you'll see several resources. We've got a lot of videos of people having really frank, open, honest discussions about what this has changed for them. And like I said, there's nothing to sell you. This is just, see, from my awareness, it's like when you get happier, our world gets happier. And I so wish that somebody had a video like this out there in the world when I was feeling totally alone 20 years ago. So check out some of the stuff here. You can check out the YouTube videos. You can find a facilitator, get a session if that's light for you. But one of the other things I want to let you know, and I wish somebody had told me this also, is you actually know. And I'm going to give you just a real simple way of looking at things, a tool, if you will, that may help you navigate from this point forward. And that is, what's true for you makes you feel lighter. A lie for you always makes you feel heavier. So when you think about doing something, if it makes you feel lighter, that's probably something that's true for you, meaning it's something that resonates with you, something that'll work for you, something that'll create more lightness for you. If you use that for everything you hear from everyone around you, especially in the times we're living in right now, there's a lot of stuff that makes us heavy. And some of us are people who care so much about others and care so much about the world that we try to take on the world's suffering as a way of making it better. And what I'm going to say is, I honor you for that. I acknowledge that. And taking on other people's suffering doesn't usually take it from them, because unless they make the choice to change it, it doesn't change in their world. But if you start functioning from, does this make me lighter, or does this make me heavier, and choosing more of what makes you lighter, your world will start to get lighter. Now that is one of many, 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 many tools and perspectives that are available with this Access Consciousness work. And I just wanted to make this video to welcome you, to let you know you're not alone, to let you know there are tools that will change this, that can change this if you choose. It's always our choice. But that it doesn't have to be as difficult as you thought it did. And you don't have to walk this journey alone. You got people who have been there, many, many, many thousands of them actually, who would like nothing more than to contribute to you, to giving you a different possibility. Because let's face it, if you were able to get over the depression, the anxiety, the stress, the stuff that seems so intense, wouldn't you want to gift it to everybody? Well, that's where I'm coming from. That's where a lot of these other people are coming from. So consider yourself welcome and warmly invited. And we're here to contribute. And what else is possible, my beautiful friends? And if you could truly start seeing the beauty of you, imagine what that would create in our world. So have fun, have a play around, have a check around, check all this stuff out and see what resonates for you, because you know, and then go for that. And I very much look forward to perhaps meeting you in person someday. And if you saw this video and that was your inspiration to come along, I very much look forward to meeting you in person and giving you a hug and saying thank you for being here. See you soon somewhere else. Bye-bye.